My name is Cora Bennett, and I'm about to tell you how one phone call at 2 a.m. destroyed my marriage and saved my life. I was 6 months pregnant, glowing according to everyone who saw me, planning a nursery with my husband of 4 years. We had the perfect life, the perfect house, the perfect future. Until the night the police called to tell me my husband was in the hospital, with another woman. My phone rang at 2 a.m., while I was 6 months pregnant and couldn't sleep anyway. "Mrs. Bennett, this is Officer Harris with the Portland Police Department." My heart dropped. "What happened? Is Ryan okay?" "Your husband was in a car accident. He's stable, but we need you to come to Mercy Hospital." I grabbed my keys, my hands shaking. "I'll be right there." "Ma'am, there's something else." He paused. "There was a female passenger with him." I froze. "A female passenger? Who?" "She identified herself as Brittany Cole. We thought you should know before you arrived." The drive to the hospital was a blur. Ryan said he was working late, at 2 a.m., with a woman I'd never heard of. I found his room and pushed the door open. Ryan's eyes went wide. "Cora, baby, I can explain." "Explain what?" I crossed my arms over my pregnant belly. "Who's Brittany Cole?" "She's just a coworker. We were working on a project." "At 2 in the morning?" "Try again." A blonde woman in a neck brace appeared in the doorway. "Ryan, they said I could—" "Oh." She looked at my belly, then at Ryan, then back at me. "You must be the coworker," I said coldly. "I'm so sorry," Brittany stammered. "I didn't know he was married. He said he was single." "He's wearing a wedding ring," I snapped. Ryan sat up too fast and winced. "Brittany, not now." "Not now?" I laughed bitterly. "How long has this been going on?" "Cora, please. You're pregnant. You shouldn't stress." "Don't you dare use my pregnancy as an excuse." My voice rose. "How long, Ryan?" He wouldn't meet my eyes. 4 months. 4 months. I was 3 months pregnant when he started cheating. "He told me he was getting divorced," Brittany said quietly. "He showed me apartment listings." "Is that true?" I turned to Ryan. "Were you planning to leave me?" His silence was the answer. "Get out," he finally said to Brittany. She left without another word. "Cora, listen to me." Ryan reached for my hand. "I made a mistake. I panicked about the baby. But I love you. We can fix this." I yanked my hand away. "Fix this? You've been planning to abandon your pregnant wife." I wasn't thinking clearly. "Where were you really going tonight?" His face went pale. "Tell me the truth, Ryan." "Her apartment," he whispered. "But baby, it's over now. I choose you." "You don't get to choose anymore." I backed toward the door. "I'm calling a lawyer." "Cora, wait! Think about our baby." "I am thinking about our baby. That's why I'm leaving you." I walked out and didn't look back. The next morning, I called my best friend Sarah. "He what?" she shouted into the phone. 4 months, Sarah. He's been cheating for 4 months. "I'm coming over right now." She arrived with coffee and fury. "What do you need?" "I need to understand our finances. Ryan always handled everything." As I logged into our bank accounts, Sarah peered over my shoulder. "Wait, where's all the money from his bonus?" She pointed at the screen. I clicked through the statements. "You're right, it should be here. Check for other accounts." I spent the next hour digging. "Cora," she said slowly, "remember how Ryan insisted you quit your job when you got pregnant? He said we didn't need 2 incomes. He was isolating you, making you dependent." My stomach churned. "You think this was planned?" "I think we need a lawyer, a really good one." Sarah got me an appointment with attorney Jessica Williams for that afternoon. "Tell me everything," Jessica said. I explained the accident, the affair, the missing money. "Did he ever mention divorce?" she asked. No, but Brittany said he showed her apartment listings. Jessica's expression hardened. He was planning to leave you broke. I've seen this before. What do you mean? Men who hide assets before divorce. They drain accounts to avoid splitting property fairly. She leaned forward. Especially when there's a child involved. Child support gets calculated on reported income. So he was hiding money to pay me less? Exactly. Jessica opened her laptop. How much access do you have to his accounts? I have his passwords. Good. Download everything. Statements, emails, texts. I spent 3 days gathering evidence. Then Officer Harris called again. Mrs. Bennett, I wanted to follow up. How are you doing? Honestly, not great, but thank you for being straight with me. Listen, this might be overstepping, but I ran your husband's plates that night. He paused. That accident happened 2 blocks from a storage facility he rents. A storage facility? Unit 247. Thought you might want to know. I met Sarah at the facility an hour later. I still had Ryan's keys. Unit 247 was full of boxes. Oh my God, Sarah breathed. Designer clothes, electronics, furniture, art pieces from our house. He was staging a whole apartment, I said numbly. Sarah pulled out her phone. I'm taking pictures of everything. At the bottom of one box, I found documents. Bank statements for accounts I'd never seen. Property deeds, stock certificates. Jessica needs to see this, Sarah said. Like, right now. There's at least $200,000 here, Jessica said the next day, flipping through the evidence. Hidden in offshore accounts, cryptocurrency, investment portfolios. Can we get it back? Oh, honey, Jessica smiled. We're going to get a lot more than that. Ryan showed up at our house a week later. Cora, we need to talk. Can I come in? I opened the door. Sarah was already inside. This is private, Ryan said. She stays. I sat down. What do you want? I want to work this out. I'll do counseling. Whatever you need. What I need is honesty. Where's the money, Ryan? His face went white. What money? The $200,000 you've been hiding. I don't know what you're talking about. I pulled out the bank statements. These accounts. Want to explain them? Ryan grabbed for the papers, but I yanked them back. How did you get those? Your storage unit was very informative. You broke into my storage unit? I used your keys, Sarah snorted. Those are private, Ryan shouted. And they're about to become very public in divorce court, I said calmly. Unless you want to be honest right now. He sank into a chair. It's not what you think. Tell me what it is then. I was planning for our future. In secret offshore accounts? Stop lying! I stood up. Brittany already told my lawyer everything. About the apartment. About how you planned to divorce me after the baby was born. Ryan's jaw dropped. She talked to your lawyer? Turns out she's really angry about being lied to, Sarah said. You were going to leave me with nothing, I continued. Hide your assets, claim you were broke, minimize child support. That's not... I wouldn't... Detective Harris found receipts in your car. I pulled out more papers. Jewelry purchases, vacation bookings, all for Brittany, all while I'm pregnant. Ryan put his head in his hands. Here's what's going to happen, I said. You're going to sign whatever divorce agreement my lawyer draws up. You're going to return every penny you hid. And if I don't? Then we go to court, and I show the judge everything. I leaned forward. How do you think that'll look? You can't prove I was hiding it for divorce. I have texts between you and Brittany, discussing the timeline, discussing when to serve me papers, discussing how to minimize what you'd owe me. I smiled coldly. She kept everything. Ryan's face crumbled. She gave you my texts? A woman scorned is a motivated witness. I made a mistake. I'm sorry. But we have a baby coming that you were planning to abandon. I wasn't going to abandon the baby. No, you were just going to pretend you were poor so you could pay minimum child support. Sarah stood up. I think you should leave, Ryan. This is my house. Actually, I said, it's in both our names, and I'm not leaving, but you are. You can't kick me out. Jessica already filed for a restraining order. I opened the front door. Get out. Cora, please. Get out. He left. The house felt lighter immediately. 3 months later, I sat in Jessica's office for the final settlement meeting. Ryan and his lawyer sat across the table. He looked terrible. Let's begin, Jessica said. Mr. Bennett, have you reviewed the settlement terms? Ryan's lawyer cleared his throat. My client feels the terms are excessive. Excessive? Jessica interrupted. My client discovered over $200,000 in hidden assets, documented proof of affair, and evidence of financial fraud. Should we discuss how excessive this could get in court? Ryan slumped in his chair. I already said I'd return the money. All of it, I said, including the cryptocurrency. His head snapped up. How did you? I'm thorough, I smiled. Jessica, continue. Jessica slid papers across the table. Full return of hidden assets, division of marital property, 65% to Mrs. Bennett. Child support calculated on Mr. Bennett's actual income. That's nearly $4,000 a month, Ryan's lawyer protested. That's what happens when you try to hide $200,000, Jessica said smoothly. Ryan shook his head miserably. Additionally, Mr. Bennett will refinance the house and transfer full ownership to Mrs. Bennett. He'll assume sole responsibility for the car accident lawsuit. What lawsuit? Ryan looked confused. Miss Cole is suing you for injuries sustained in the accident, Jessica explained. Whiplash and emotional distress from discovering she was dating a married man. I tried not to smile. This gives her over $800,000 in assets. Plus the pension contributions, I added. Plus the settlement from your company. Ryan's eyes widened. What? Brittany wasn't the only coworker you were inappropriate with, Jessica said. 3 other women came forward after she reported you to HR. You got me fired? Ryan's voice rose. You got yourself fired, I said calmly. Sarah, sitting beside me, squeezed my hand. Mr. Bennett, Jessica's voice was steel. Sign the agreement, or we go to trial. In trial, all of this becomes public record. Ryan grabbed the pen. You've destroyed my life. No, I said quietly. You destroyed your own life. I just stopped letting you destroy mine, too. He signed every page without looking up. One more thing, Jessica said. Mrs. Bennett has requested 0 contact except through lawyers. No visitation until paternity is established. Paternity? Ryan dropped the pen. That's my baby. Then the DNA test will prove it, I said. But given your documented lies, we need proof. I can't believe you'd question. I can't believe you'd cheat on your pregnant wife, I shot back. His lawyer put a hand on his arm. Ryan, sign it. He did. We're done here, Jessica said. Ryan stood slowly. Cora, I really am sorry. I know you won't believe me, but... You're right. I don't believe you. I stood too. But it doesn't matter anymore. You can't hurt me now. Can we at least be civil? For the baby? We'll be civil through lawyers. That's all you get. He tried one more time. What if I want to be involved? To be a father? Then prove you can be responsible. Pay your child support on time. Show up when you say you will. I met his eyes. Be the man you pretended to be.
I can do that. Good luck. I turned to Jessica. We're done here, right? Completely done, she confirmed. Sarah and I walked out together. Ryan called after me, but I didn't turn around. In the parking lot, Sarah hugged me. You did it. We did it, I corrected. So what's next? Next? I smiled, feeling my baby kick. Next, I live my life on my terms. Justice isn't about revenge. It's about standing up when someone tries to tear you down. 3 months later, my daughter was born healthy and perfect. Ryan's paternity test confirmed what I already knew. He sees her twice a month, always supervised, probably because his child support depends on it. I kept the house, started my own business, found peace. Have you ever had to choose between forgiving someone who betrayed you or walking away completely? Sometimes the strongest thing you can do is refuse to let someone's lies become your truth. Like and subscribe for more stories about people who refused to be victims and fought back the right way.